After it rains, man, it's like no other. The first time I ever came here, I got lucky and it poured rain like for a week before it, and it was the most epic riding I've ever done. And you know, now every time you come, you're just hoping for that amount of rain. And every time you pull off the street and see mud puddles and stuff, you're like, it's on. As long as you got like a bike length and a half to power up, bro. It's very rare you get a kicker that's like hard packed and just blue grooved all day that stays put, you know. You get 2 or 3 jumps on a freshly shoveled line and it's rutted out, got a kicker in it, and you always have to push it to that last little time, and your bike always gets cockeyed. I took one right at the end today where I just squirreled out on the face, dumped it, and next thing you know I'm belly sliding on my chin down the hill. When I first started coming out here, it was all about finding these big, gnarly third gear jumps and, you know, pretty much getting a huge step up or just some big air, period. And lately we just have been looking for the steepest stuff we can find. Like today we had that step, or it was more of a kind of whip step up 180 thing, was basically a vertical wall.
Pretty standard day out here in the hills. I'm doing all the shoveling. Miles posted up on his bike. I'll get done, do all this and that, then he'll school me on the jump I just worked on for hours. I'm like his man bitch.
You got guys like Miles Richmond and Steve Hogglestein who are always surefire bets to ride with. We always find good jumps, and the coolest part is it's like a competition out there. Everybody's trying to one-up the last guy's whip, and they all whip it good, and it turns into a full like panic rev fest, you know. A couple near get-offs towards the end. How we looking?
Rambling, bubbling out with cavity. Navish one catastrophe, flump for tongue cavity. Lump sums, a rap sleeves, lump shrunk, cranial capacity shucks. Drugs strain your bathroom and stutter. Parasite turn out into wood chips for cipher. Who know what it is? You hype, not even listening. Wouldn't switch if the sharp bit of ignorance missed. Look at Dadley's catch, lecture, extraordinary fracture, and twist bones like Tessie. Roll green tea and then just rolls, leaves overflow. Can't fit, too big to end. Lost crops, properly blessed. From coughing up phlegm from heavy hits. Must have caught must have been the bourbon I said. Must have been the bourbon I said. Ayo, ruffians report to the stage. Scholars engage in pandemonium with the sagebrush philosophy.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that thing's really fun.
I keep lawn darting in that flat spot.
Yeah, you're just like, you're landing right where it comes back up.
You arc it and you're like, all right. Oh.
Yeah.
After you're done hitting jumps and you know your back and neck can't really take it anymore, you just hit the trails. I mean, every place is unique to its own, and Beaumont this time of year when the grass is green and the dirt's tacky, it's just sick. I mean, there's snow on the mountains up there by Big Bear, and you know, I hate using that word all the time, epic, but I think that's what it was made for. You know, you have quad width, and then all of a sudden you're on the spine that's like that, and I don't think a tire's ever touched it before. And you know, you don't know if that thing's gonna mudslide on you, or you're gonna, you know, lose the front end off the edge. And I'm not saying you're gonna die, but it's gonna be a long battle and a lot of road rash to save yourself when you fall off one of those cliffs. You get up there, and the wind, you know, you can't really tell on camera probably, but the wind usually up in those canyons is pretty strong, gale force at times. You know, my favorite thing about this place is how peaceful it is, and how you're just on your own, and it's like the wilderness. And there's so much variety, and you can be so creative. The freedom that comes with this stuff and free riding is second to none.